What is up guys, I'm back again with another video. Today we will be learning about the basic tools of Krita for creating digital art coming up. So yeah, before starting off with the video, just wanted to mention, if you're new to the channel and you're interested in 2D and 3D digital artwork, you can consider subscribing, turn on the notifications so that you don't miss anything. We are using Krita version 4.9 with a canvas of 1000 by 1000 megapixels and with a resolution of 600 ppi. So we will be starting off with discussing all the tools which are provided by Krita itself. In the left hand corner, as you can see over there, we will be discussing each and every one of them step by step. So the first tool we will be discussing is the text tool. This tool allows you to add text to your images or your artworks. You can bring it in your scene by pressing the left mouse button and drag it to create a rectangular selection. After you create that selection, you have various options to change your font style, your font size, and many other things. Especially you can make your font italic, bold, or underlined. You can also use the transform tool to adjust your placement and the orientation of your text. The transform tool is something I will be explaining later on this video. So the next tool we are having is a freehand brush tool. It is the default tool which is selected by Krita for you when it starts up, and it is recommended by me, especially if you want to create a drawing through digital tablet, because it uses the most of its potential to create a really realistic sort of brush appearance. So the next tool we have is the straight line tool. It can be used to create straight and steady lines in your artwork. I especially use this to create vector and flat arts. Sometimes mouse cut artworks, you can click the left mouse button to indicate the starting point of the line, and you can just simply drag it wherever you want and just release it, and you will be having a straight line over there. If you're finding this video useful, consider subscribing. If you're new to the channel, you can turn on the notifications, and yeah, if you can like the video, this will definitely help me a lot to be motivated and create more stuff like this. So the next tool is the square tool. This tool is pretty simple, as the name indicates. You can just basically paint rectangular sort of shapes, whether you want to create it in a simple paint layer or whether you want to create it in any sort of vector layer. You can just simply click and hold your left mouse button and indicate one corner of the rectangle, drag it to the opposite corner and just release it, and you will be having your square or rectangle sort of thing. Also, you can go into the advanced options in the right hand corner to actually change its appearance and the way you want it to be colored. For example, you can add a foreground color or a background color. If you don't want any sort of color, you can just keep it blank. It doesn't matter. So the next tool, which is pretty much similar to the square tool, is a circle tool, which you can use to create circles in your artwork or in your vector images, whatever sort of thing you're working with. The overall working of this circle tool is pretty much similar to the square. You just have to click, left click, drag and make circles with it. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. So the next tool is Polygon Tool. As the name suggests, you can create polygons with it. Well, it is not personally my favorite tool, but you can use it if you want to. You can click the left mouse button to indicate the starting point of your line and then create some successive vertices, and you can just press double click or you can press enter to connect all of the vertices with each other and create a closed sort of shape. So another tool for creating lines and curve-like structures is Bezier curve tool, or whatever they call it. I personally don't use this that much because it's very hard to control. You just have to click, then use your mouse to actually create some sort of curve structures and just repeat the whole process. It's very complex. I just usually don't use it. So the next tool is freehand curve tool. Personally, my favorite brush because it actually curves out all the harsh jittery lines and gives you a more of a finished sort of curve look. It is very nice. It's very simple. You just have to use your mouse, especially if you're working with a mouse. If you don't have a drawing tablet, this is a lifesaver. It will definitely save you a lot of time and will create you really smooth lines as well. So the next tool we are having is the dynamic brush tool. It is also very helpful. It is basically just like the freehand tool which we discussed earlier. The only difference in this one is that it adds some mass and drag to your brush, so that whenever you're drawing, your cursor moves very slow, so that you can actually control where your brush is actually going or your strokes are going. So it's very easy to work with and it really gives you very optimized results. So So the next tool is this multi-brush tool. This tool is very helpful for creating symmetrical sort of images, especially if you're working on portraits. You can also create various patterns, various beautiful patterns if you're working with the brush for divisions. You can create very awesome, very beautiful looking designs and patterns. So yeah, it is a pretty useful brush, but I usually don't use it. So coming up to the selection tools, what these tools do is basically they will help you select a particular portion of your image and make some changes to it. So the first tool we have is this square selection tool. This tool, it allows you to make selections on a rectangular shape or in a square shape, and you can use the transform tool to just manipulate the selected area, and you can just, and also if you press the right mouse button on the selected area, you will be having many options to actually manipulate your image and edit it. Similar to the rectangular selection, we have this circular sort of selection. Instead of selecting in rectangles, this tool, what it does basically is it selects in circles. So the next tool is contagious select tool, or as I call it, magic select tool, because it's represented by magic wand, and it allows you to select points which have similar sort of color, and it's very easy to manipulate, especially if you're working with vector and flat art. So the next tool we're having is the gradient tool, which is used to add gradient colors in your scene. So if you go to the top section of the Krita, there is an option to actually select some sort of gradient colors and edit it. So if you select one color and you just press the left mouse button and drag it in a specific direction, it will create a sort of gradient like look in your image. You can obviously customize the color the way you want it to be, which is something we will be discussing in the next part of this video series. So now coming to the most powerful and the capable tool of Krita, which is the fill tool. If you're coming from MS Paint, you will be very much familiar with what this tool does. So what you have to do is you have to select one color and you just have to click, and it basically covers the whole area, the whole closed area with that particular sort of color. Obviously you have various advanced options in the right corner of the screen where you can choose from fast mode, threshold, glow selection and feathering radius. All those tools are pretty advanced. I will be explaining those as well in the video series as we go on in the advanced stuff. So yeah, this was it for today's video. I know in this part we basically went through all the basics of Krita and its tool and nothing advanced. I will be covering all those topics later on in this video series, as I mentioned earlier, in the next part. Obviously, if you want to follow me along, you can subscribe, you can turn on notifications, you can comment down if you have any video ideas, comments or suggestions. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, peace.